As she did, one of the sores beneath her eyes burst, sending a trickle of bloody pus down her cheek and into her mouth. Apparently, she found the added flavor agreeable, for it only increased the frequency of her spoonfuls. Elizabeth, however, could not help but vomit ever so slightly into her handkerchief. Like, is this for real? Hey, my name is Suji, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Earlier, like in the beginning of this video, I read a little a little quote from Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. You heard that right. Pride, and Prejudice, and Zombies. Uh So before I even talk about Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies, I just want to talk about my May recap in general. It's been a rough month. It's been that didn't make any sense. It's been a rough May month. We got a new cat, not of our own will and desire, but because someone was moving and they needed someone to hold their cat for a while. Unfortunately, when we said yes, we agreed for a while, but now it's seeming that a while is going to be for a hot minute. And so we have a new cat, and we already had a cat before, so there's some slight issues. One cat's not warming up to the other. But anyway, that's neither here nor there or about this video. It's just been a lot that's been happening in May. So my May has not been very successful. At least for me, it has not been successful. I did not get to read any of the books that I said I was gonna read, that I picked out for my May TBR video. And so we're just gonna talk about what I did end up reading, what I attempted to read, and if I even did I even do what I said I wanted to do? The answer is no, but we're gonna talk about it anyway. So I started off the month of May reading Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. It was something that I was reading at the end of April, and I was like, I'm gonna zoom right on to May, and it's a buddy read, and I was really excited at the time when I was telling you guys about it, and now that I've completed it, finally, this book, oh my goodness, I watched the movie when I was like in high school sometime, and I was like, I don't remember the movie much. I really don't. And I remember the movie being just crazy. And I'm a big zombie person. I love zombie movies. I love Resident Evil, World War Z. What's those? The Last of Us. Like, I love zombies. And I figured, oh my god, I love Pride and Prejudice. Like, put both of them together. It's gonna be an amazing book. You know what? For those who love Pride and Prejudice, and for the people who love zombies, it's not gonna be something that you're gonna enjoy. Even though I feel like if you do love both of those things, it should be something you would enjoy, but it's not. It is a literal, word for word of the original Pride and Prejudice, which would explain why it says by Jane Austen and Seth Grahame-Smith. That makes sense. It's not like a modern retelling. No, it's literally like word for word, brick for brick, line for line, and which is fine. You know, that's not the problem. And the problem is not even the zombies part. I think it's just that the zombies in itself, like the whole, like the scenes with the zombies just seems very comical. So there was parts in this book that did make me laugh, which if that was the intention, yay. But then there were just parts where the zombies came and it just felt like unnecessary. It just felt like, okay, they're walking down a path, just going to, the Bingley's estate, and then, okay, zombies. Or there's like zombies crossing the street, or there's zombies feasting on something else that's dead. And these zombies wasn't even like really like zombies, I guess. They were like really PG-13 or even like PG zombies. Like they were just mad chill. and I don't even understand like how they even work. If we're being, I don't understand like if the zombies are just walking around the entire like country like this. Is there like a set section like where zombies exist? I don't know. Like they were at the ball, like at one of the parties, and then zombies just came out of nowhere. It just didn't make sense as to why the zombies would be there or why they would even be fighting zombies. And it was just weird because another part would be like the Elizabeth and her sisters have trained in these like dojos and Asian dojos and like in Asia, and it comes up a lot, and I'm just confused. Like every time I got confused, it just like took so much from my heart. As I read like further down into this book, the more I wanted to finish it so badly. And the more I just kept taking from my heart and my joy in my life. And I was really excited about this book. And I think my expectations were so high that the further I got down, it just broke me. And I will admit that once it did break me, it was hard to get back out of it. It was really hard. And so I blame this book, this one, for creating the reading slump-ish I'm in right now. And I'm just trying to read books to feel something. So with that being said, after I did finish reading Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies, I went and started Pride and Prejudice because I was like, I need to feel something again. And I was not feeling it with that book. And so I've been reading Pride and Prejudice. It's been a slow, and when I say slow, a slow like trudging through it. And I just think because there was so much going on in May, and then I just wasn't happy in May, and then the books I was reading, like Pride and Prejudice, Zombies, just wasn't making me happy either. It was just hard, and now I'm trying to bounce back, and I'm taking my sweet time reading Pride and Prejudice, and I'm also reading other books. So earlier in May, while reading Pride, Prejudice, Zombies, because I clearly needed a break, I read Married to the Alien Mountain Man by Ursa Dax. I really love this series. It's a cute little short alien romance story, which I was never a big alien romance girly. Like I started out reading romances, and then you just get tired of it because it's like the same formula. Like I got tired of like the regular English girl. English. I got tired of the regular man and the regular girl, and they coming together and falling in love, and then I don't know, family problems or something in society or life, something pulls them apart, and then they come back together again. Like I just got tired of that. And when you read, the point is to like not be a part of reality anymore, and it was kind of too real. I think at the time when I was younger, reading those books, that wasn't real to me. Like that felt impossible. Like love felt impossible. I mean, it still feels impossible now, but it definitely felt impossible then. And now I'm like older, and I guess love is attainable. I might need to talk to a therapist about that. Yeah. So, but yeah, now that I'm older and I'm reading, I got into fantasy. That is so much more interesting. The stakes are higher. And then reading alien romances, that's a unique situation. Just unique. But yeah, I love the whole like it's like Cowboy Colony mail order series. I love it. Like it's really straight and to the point. Alien meets human woman. The alien is intrigued about the woman. The woman just trying to get a different life, ends up falling in love. Things a little wonky, you know what I'm saying? And then, it works out. And it's cute. I love it. I think it's fun. I enjoy it. I love Ursa Dax. I've read many of her other book series, like The Sandstone. I might be butchering it a little bit, but I read that one. There's another one I think I read by her, and I can't really remember right now. Yeah, I can't remember right now. I have a brain of a squirrel, so. So So I read that and I gave that 3 stars. I usually give these like alien romances about like 3-ish stars because they're really, and 3 is not bad. It just means like I really enjoyed it, but like I probably won't read it again. I gave it 3 stars because it was fun and I loved it and it was cute. And moving on, it was like quick, short, and to the point. It filled the little void I was needing to fill sometimes. I also read The Hunger Games, and before y'all come after me, I love the Hunger Games movie, and I watched the Hunger Games movies when they came out, so I love it. I love everything that it stands for. I'm like, I love it. But I think I'm being older now, and I'm not a big fan of the young adult genre because of how it's written. I did not enjoy the Hunger Games book a lot. I know. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Forgive me. I'm really sorry. I just didn't like it. I gave it a 3. Again, it's not like I hated the book. I just, it's not something I'm gonna reread again. And I got the cute little Barnes and Noble's version. I think it's the Barnes and Noble's version. I don't know if it's not the Barnes and Noble version, because I've seen it everywhere besides Barnes and Noble. But I got the little cute little blue one. I'm gonna put a little picture somewhere in this little part right here. But yeah, I got that one. It was very cute. I really wanted to hold it. It was really nice. It made me like the binding. I'm very much a sucker for binding and how books look and what it looks like. And you can get me to read almost any book if the binding is perfect. If the way the book looks, the binding is perfect, the way it just flops open, if it has pretty edges, I will read the book regardless. I am someone who I do judge books by its cover. I try not to, but I do. And so if you make a crappy book, not that I'm saying that the Hunger Games was crappy, but if you make a crappy book, like it's just horrible, it's like a 1 star, but it's pretty, I'm gonna trudge through it. That's just me because I like holding books. So yeah, I gave it a 3, primarily because I don't like, what's her name? Again, I told you I have a brain of a squirrel. You mean Katniss? I don't like Katniss. I can't stand her. In the book, she's horrible. Granted, she's a child or a preteen or teenager. Actually, I think she's a teenager. Granted, she's a teenager, but she's just, I just don't like her. And you know what? It's funny because I probably would have reacted the same way as Katniss, if I'm being honest. Like, you can't trust anybody out here. It's kind of a one for, like, this is, you got to do this on your own kind of situation. One person got to win. So you can't be, like, really, like, making bonds with people. But, like, damn, girl. Talk about being unlikable. Like, the whole point is to be likable so people can, like, root for you, and you're just out here just not being. And again, we're stuck in a girl teenage brain, so it's, like, understandable, so I get it. And again, this is why I probably don't read a lot of young adults, primarily because of the teenage brain and the child brain. I'm an adult. The thing is, I'm an adult, and so I enjoy adult themes and the way adults think. And it was a lot of just being in her head all the time. I loved her in the movie though. Katniss in the movie is so much more like nicer or palatable. You know the word. So much better in the movie just to digest in the book. It was just, I wanted to be out of this girl's head like fast. So it made me read the book a lot faster than normal than I would have read the book. But oh my god. And then I don't like, what's his name? The guy. Give me a second. I'm gonna figure it out. Okay, I clearly didn't figure it out. What was the guy? The boy that got picked too. Oh my goodness. Okay, I can't remember his name either. I didn't like him in there either. Just something about him in the book, just didn't like. Didn't like him in the movie either, so maybe I just don't like him in general. But yeah, I gave it a 3. I would watch a movie again though, for sure. Then I read a book from Iona Strom called Silver Savage, another alien type of book. I think there's nothing. Let me take that back. It's another alien romance. it's just not really unique. I mean, it is unique. The story, it has story. It's not like it like this one really has story. Not that like Ursa Dex books didn't have story. This the characters are just more likable. I ain't like none of the characters in Silver Savage. Like none. I didn't like the humans that got caught. I didn't like the alien men. I didn't like nothing. So I gave it 2 stars. I'm not gonna read it again, but I'm sure if I read it again, I'm in a much better mood now. I'm sure if I read it, now I would give it a better, like a better like rating. But this is the problem with being a mood reader. Like, I don't know about anybody else. Not sure if like other mood readers do this, but like it really, like if my mood is like not the greatest, it may taint how I feel about the book I'm reading at the current moment, unfortunately. And I'm also like, especially if I'm in like a mood, like I probably don't want to read, like I have DNF books, which is rare. Because I wasn't feeling it. And the reason why I wasn't feeling it, because probably I wasn't like in the greatest space emotionally to feel it. And so I have one book that's in the DNF graveyard that I may or may not pick up again. But I feel like if I do pick up, and it's a popular book, people love this book. I'm not going to say which book it is, but people really love this book. And so I might pick it up again once I'm in a way better mood, chipper mood. Like, so yeah, those were the books I've read. I read 4 books. The 2 alien romances, I wouldn't even really call them like, I mean, they were books, yes, but like they didn't, like the page, like there wasn't that much pages to them for it to be like, yeah, like I really read. Not that I'm not saying those books don't count as reading. They do. I'm just saying like I had books picked out. And I never got to them. And alien romances are such a like quick way to get my count up. So yeah, that's purely what that is. But yeah, so realistically speaking, I read 2 books. And then the other 2 were quick palate cleansers, which were great and fine. I'm really disappointed in how May went. And I'm not trying to be like a party pooper. Like, there's people who don't read at all. And, even if I just read 1 book, that would have been fine. But I gave myself a standard to me, and I failed it. And I failed my own standard. And I have no one to blame but myself, but I also have to be understanding that we have seasons of, being up and down, and this was just one of the downs. And I'm currently still in the slight down, not really. Like my mood, I'm fine mood-wise. Reading-wise, I'm still feeling like the little drag. I blame Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. Yeah, you. I blame you. But anyway, so I am treating June, my June TBR picks is me reading whatever I want, however I want. Nothing is going to tell me what to do. I'm going to read whatever book I want to read, how slow I want to read, when I want to read it, however I want to read it. I am not putting any type of limitations on myself. So like I told you early in this video that I am reading Pride and Prejudice. I'm taking my time. I'm ready to be over with it now because I'm like, I think I'm just sick and tired of being in is it the 1800s? I'm tired of being back in the past. I'm itching to read a Sarah J. Maas book because I love her and it makes me happy, but it's thick. And I don't know if I want a big book right now. So that is what's currently going on. I think, did I even finish a book this month so far? Yeah, I finished 1 book and I can't wait to talk to it. It was a puzzle book and I can't wait to talk about that book. I just needed to like finish something and it was an easy book to like finish. So to make myself feel good about myself. And I got Kindle Unlimited again, so I downloaded some books just to say I'm gonna do it. I don't know if I ever get to it. I hope I do because I got Kindle Unlimited for that purpose. There is an Ursa Dex, the next book in the series that is coming out with the Cowboy Colony series, and that is coming out this month. So I'm eager to read it, and I primarily got it for that reason. So But since I have it, I might as well just, you know, read some other books. If I don't get to anything else, that's okay. That's at least that's what I keep telling myself. That it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's totally okay. So anyway, that is my May recap and my June, like, little up-to-date-ish type about what I'm doing. And I know it's been a minute. Not that anybody really cares. I only have like 6 subscribers. But one day, it might not be 6 subscribers. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye!